All right, we are live, 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 11 to 5 live. Hey, y'all, we are back. We are back. Welcome to the Lemar de Soir project. And we are kicking it off with our first awesome, awesome guest today. It is the one and only, the powerhouse, okay, of early childhood education, baby. You won't find another one like her. This is my friend. This is my sister, LaShawn. Well,
Ah,
ooh. Yes, yes, yes. Love her so much. Love her so much. And I'm so elated for you to be on here today. Just kicking it with us, kicking it with us, kicking it with
yes, yes,
us.
yes, girl. We every time we kick it, we
Yes,
go. We be
that's
going,
right.
girl.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Girl, we just be going.
Yes, yes. So we just want to honor you today. Today is a special day. We want to kick it off with our Blue Heart Award, and we will be honoring early childhood providers throughout the month. We'll be honoring just educators from all sectors, public, private, um, informal nannies. So we want to salute everybody who has a hand in educating people and especially our children. Because it is a big, big job. So right now, if we could just take the time out right now um, to share this segment here, just take your phones out, or if you're on your computer, whatnot, and just take the time out to share. So, Rashawn, go ahead and share this special moment on your page as well, so we can
I
give
could I
everybody,
can show do that. Let me get to that.
yeah, so we can make sure everybody is, you know, um, let me turn my volume up too, because this Zoom, I'm telling you. So everybody can share in this special moment because we need to, really support our educators in every way possible. We go through so much, and so it's just important that we should share this moment. Okay, do you see it on the page? On my page? I have it on my page, my personal page, but I'm going to also share it to Kappa Learning Group's page as well. But make sure you guys share, because we want to definitely honor these great, great uh, educators, each and every week. We want to share this. So I also shared it in your group, Rashawn, and I'm going to share it on my page as well. Just take one more minute, about 30 more seconds if you can. And I'm going to share it to Kappa Learning Group. And here we go. All right. All right, all right, all right. So let us get started. Rashawn, please tell us about who you are. Give us your spiel. You're on mute. Give us some information about you. Oh, I know your babies are down, going down for a nap.
Girl, they trying to go down for a nap. Um, they in the background now,
I hear 'em.
kikiing like a bunch, like we do. Kiki like
Right,
kikiing like we do. Jasmine, can
right,
we lay
right.
down, please? Come here, Jasmine. So, man, who am I? I'm a lover of children.
Mm.
Um, before I'm a businesswoman, I'm an educator.
Mhm, mhm.
And
Yes.
I love what I do. Sit with me. I love what I do. I love the children that God has blessed me with. And
Mhm.
we've been doing this for since I was in middle school, but officially, professionally paid
Mhm.
since high school, my junior year of high school.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm old school early childhood, not this new stuff that everyone's getting hip onto. We are
Right.
the 1990s way of doing
Yes.
things.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Um, and I'm just the kid person. People say, they're the cat lady. I'm the kid person. There's never been a child that I have not met that I have not been able to love and get down on their level and understand them. And it allows me to stay young and carefree, because you can't be old and stiff working with children.
You sure can.
And if you are, I feel sorry for you, because, they come here innocent. They come here with a clean slate. And we hold the key to put something beautiful on that slate. So, I stay young with the kids. I stay flexible, as you can see, because, they gonna move and I gotta move with them. But then when I need them to move with me, then they move with me. So yeah. So I love what I do. All the accolades, all the things I've done and all that, I love it and I enjoy it. And so I'm just glad to be honored today. And I appreciate you and I love you, my dear sister, with all of my heart and my soul.
Thank you. But it's my pleasure to have you on this platform too. Like the old folks say, give your flowers while
While
you
they
still here.
alive.
While you still here. And and it's so important to do that.
Yeah.
But what keeps you going? How long have you been in the
Early
early childhood
childhood.
field?
I have been in the early childhood. I'm going to tell my age. I have been in the early childhood field since I was 16. I started out as a junior in high school doing child development, learning about SIDS and shaken baby. That was the first time I saw an actual casket of a child affected by shaken baby. And it was at that moment I was hooked. I needed to know more. Not so much the shaken baby, but working with babies. I needed to know more. So from 2000, 1999 till 2022.
Wow. Wow. And what keeps you going? What is that? Because a lot of times when we say passion, it can be
Yeah,
very cliche.
very.
Oh, I'm so passionate about such and such and such. You know, but passion is not always um, a feel or a state or
Right,
um, of always being in love with what you do.
right,
Sometimes even in our passions, we can turn from what we're passionate about.
right.
Some people have that misconcept about passion. So,
Yeah,
what is it that keeps you going? Because, like I said, a lot of times our passions, can be very frustrating, very hurtful.
yeah.
It can come from a place of hurt, but what is it that keeps you going, even in the midst of all of those
Wow.
negativities, those grungies, those
Yeah.
those ratchets? What rackets? What are all what keeps you going? You know.
Um, I think what keeps me going is that that's a very good question. The what keeps me going is my love for children. Now, you mentioned passion. Psychopaths have passion. That's why they go killing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, passion for me is just something that I live, eat, and breathe. I go to
Mm.
school for it. It's not a, I don't, it's not something that is a hip trend for me.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Um, it is something that I truly enjoy doing from the bottom of my heart. It's a God given gift, honestly.
Mhm.
Um, and it shows in the children that I work with and the children that I have worked with. It shows. And when parents tell me, you know, I appreciate what you do for my child, or you're more of a mother than I am,
Mhm.
or you're welcome to our house, or whatever we do. Anytime you want to come, the invitation's always open for you.
Mhm. Mhm.
That
Mhm.
lets me know I've made an impact. And it's not just on the child, it's the family.
Mm.
So what keeps me going is the fact that I'm doing what I love, and it's making an impact without
Wow.
in my mind mentally seeing the footprint or the thumbprint that I've made.
Mhm. Mhm.
I see it in the way the children's behavior has changed. I see it in the way that they now can self-regulate themselves, all because we had a short 2-minute talk about feelings.
Mm.
2 year
Mm.
olds have table manners. It's
Mhm.
doable.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, they remind me, Mama Sean, we don't put our elbows on the table.
Mm.
And that's because for Thanksgiving, we actually sat with them and we talk about passion. We're talking about, what makes me go. Thanksgiving, we had Lubies, and each one of them had a plastic fork, knife, and spoon.
Mhm.
Okay. My colleagues may disagree with that because it's plastic, they could hurt themselves. How else are they going to learn?
Mm.
Small environment. They were able to handle their fork and knife. I taught them how to cut, how to hold, how to which way to cut and all that. And they were able to learn and practice for Thanksgiving dinner with their family.
Wow.
That is education.
That's powerful.
So in me doing that, and that is not a curriculum, that is not read this and we'll talk about it. Look at the TV, we'll talk about it. This is me actually sitting with them, showing them as I eat,
Mhm.
and they're
Mhm.
trying to cut. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Let me show you. Hold it here and move like this at a level where they understand. And
Right.
now they remember.
Mhm. And
And
we'll
that was
forever
15 minutes.
remember.
Forever remember. And that was 15 minutes.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's what keeps me going. That 15 minutes of a lesson that most adults can't even comprehend.
Mhm.
My 2 year olds were able to do.
Mm.
That's what keeps me going.
Wow. Wow. So I'm hearing, seeing your work actually manifest, instilling those seeds in them, and you're actually, watering those seeds with
Yeah.
love and
Yes.
nurture,
Yes.
and care, and
Yes.
compassion and
Yes.
patience. So you're
Yes.
constantly watering those seeds, and then
Yeah.
you're seeing those seeds bloom and manifest into
Yes.
something great.
And the other thing about that too is um there I don't have micro parents. I don't have, we used to call them helicopter parents.
Mm.
I don't have
Mm.
helicopter parents.
Wow. Mhm.
what
Yeah.
what what did Mama Sean tell you to do? What did
Mhm.
Mama Sean, what and I Mike, when y'all disrespect your parents, oh, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm that black mama auntie that every child needs. But they know that
Right.
I love them. They know that I
Yeah.
love them.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
the part that sometimes I'm like, oh my God, how could I? But they know I love them.
Yeah.
And then it
Yeah.
shows when it happens again and they're able to, let me not do that. Or I
Mhm.
said sorry to my mom. They did it on
Mhm.
their own because they know
Mhm.
Mama Sean's going to make me do it because
Mhm.
I should not have done that or said that. And,
Mhm.
and, and some people may disagree. Some
Mhm.
colleagues
Mhm.
of mine may
Mhm.
disagree. That's fine. I treat these children with working with their families, which is what we're supposed
Yes.
to do,
Mhm.
like they're
Mhm.
my own.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
that means everything to me. That
Mm.
means everything to me. And that's what early childhood is: home, school, and community.
Yeah. That's what it's about. That's what
And
it's
that's how it
about.
used to be. That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
Back in the day when our parents were young, our parents didn't just get in trouble with their parents. They got
Mhm.
in trouble with the neighbor's parents,
Mhm. Mhm.
with
Mhm.
the house down the street, all because it
Mhm.
was a village.
Yes.
We've gotten away from it.
Yes.
But I'm like,
Mhm.
if you
Mhm.
allow me,
Mhm.
oh, your child will be well mannered and polished. I promise
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
Don't
Mhm.
ask me about my method, but they will be.
That's right.
You
That's
will
right.
see the fruit of it. You will see
Mhm.
the fruit of it.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, but I do it with love. I do it with love
Yes.
and I'm consistent, and there be some come to Jesus moments.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time too, I will get on the floor with them. We will sing and belt. We don't talk about Bruno at the top of our lungs together. And they know that. And they know that.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's
Mhm.
what matters. So I could care less about that other stuff and stuff you and
Yeah.
I talk about that I cannot stand and that just gets
Mhm.
under my skin.
Mhm. Yeah.
But as long as my kids and my families are happy, those that I cater to and those that I tend to, they're happy with what we're doing, there's progress, I've done my job.
Job done and well. Job well done. Nothing else to be said. And I know a lot of people right now are struggling with the whole concept of family engagement, especially during this time of COVID. What are three things um that you would give to those who are struggling in their, early childhood programs? What are three key things that you would give to directors or management to keep that engagement? Because it's so important right now.
It's very important. Shucks, because my methods might not fit their culture. But
Mhm.
what I will say is, I used to be a believer. I used to not believe in fraternizing with parents, and I still do, and I don't, because
Mhm.
if I have staff who are just really wild and crazy, they might think it's okay to go party with families.
Yeah.
For me, when I'm with my families, we're eating, we're talking, or whatever we might be doing that I
Mhm.
was invited to, and they are, because they already know me. That's
Mhm.
the other thing. They already know that I'm going to conduct myself with grace and dignity.
Mhm.
Um, so my thing would be, get involved with your, like, find out what your families, how what they're find out how they want to get involved, first of
Mhm.
all, because some people want to be involved in things, they just don't know how to ask, or
Mhm.
they don't know where they're needed. And we
Mhm.
can't say, oh, they're not going to do this and that because that's not their thing. You don't know that. Ask.
Yeah.
When everything happened with the center that I was working at, okay, we'll leave it alone then, friend. um I didn't realize the amount of impact I had made on some of these families until they're like, well, what are you going to do? Well, we're going with wherever you go. That's where we're going. What is that? What does that look like? What do we need to do? You tell us, we will do anything you ask.
Mhm.
I did not know I made an impact like that. So when being with your families, find out how they want to get involved.
Mhm.
Find out how they want to get involved. Um, and I would also say, she can. Yes, she talks. But she's taking a nap. Let her take a nap. Girl, who you calling? Sorry. Girl, you calling somebody. Oh, it's the Zoom.
It's
Okay,
probably calling me.
she's calling the Zoom. Um, you're gonna wake her up. You need to lay down. I would also say, no, they can't look at you right now. I would also say, if you truly love the children,
Mhm.
the parents are going to be involved with you.
Yeah.
And they can
Yeah.
tell that. They can
Mhm.
tell. And even, I have some families that are like, I don't know what to do.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I help you.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to get in their face like, well, you're the parents, you ought to know. No, if you
Right.
love kids, it's going to trickle down to the family.
Mhm.
They're going to
Mhm.
pick up ideas that they would not have ever dreamed of, all because you love their child. So I would say,
Yes.
ask them what their strengths are, and then truly love their child, because the child is the best form of in my opinion,
Mhm.
the best
Mhm.
form of advertisement, because the child knows why they love going to school.
Right.
And I would say my third thing would be, um, my third thing would be, I don't know. Let's see. Jeez, because everybody's different. I would also say, one of the things that we started at the other center was we did parents' night out.
Mhm.
And we grew, one time I think we grew to 14 kids for parents' night out, or 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
And that allowed the children to be with their friends, parents to have date night and go out.
Mhm.
They were like, when's the next one? Because they were able to get a break in an
Yeah.
environment safe.
Yes. Yes.
Just come back, not inebriated though. Just come on back.
Mhm. Right. Okay. Come on back with your whole mind.
So
Come on back.
um it allows the parents to take a break, and they're just like,
Mhm.
we love you for this.
Mhm.
We love
Mhm.
you for this. And when
Yeah.
you're spending your Friday night, I mean, you're spending your whatever night you decide, you're spending it with their children.
Mhm.
And I'm the person, like the kids I would literally spend my free moment with them just to hang out with them,
Yes.
because they're cool kids.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
So those would be my three things. And like I said, I'm like the second mom. So I'm going to come from a educational mommy standpoint and, you know, do what I think is best and what's going to be a benefit to my kids. Girl, stop trying to be on camera.
See? That is so cute.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You're
I
all
think that's
trying to come into the camera.
I see. Hey y'all. Hey. Hey.
Oh, this
Hey y'all.
my
She
daycare
ain't
son.
camera
Like,
shy at all.
no, girl, none of them are camera shy.
Oh
Girl,
my gosh, they are not.
go over there. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's some excellent advice, and
Yeah.
it's just these times are so, you know, so unprecedented. You don't know, everybody need help in some area,
Yeah.
and especially like retention and teachers,
Yes.
centers losing teachers.
Yes.
And I did a I did a quick little training for coffee and conversations,
Mm-hmm.
and I talked about, you know, and I know you are on your way to having a new project. You are starting up a brand new center. Hey. And
Yes.
so I am so excited about your brand new center. Um, it's been something that we've talked about and that has been on your heart so heavy. And here it is, it's here. And I know, like I said, we hear a lot of, you know, teacher turnovers and things of that nature, but it's so important to create an environment that people want to invest in your business, not to invest for their kids, but invest to work in your business. And a lot of times, directors or business owners do not think about that. They're thinking about the external um, profit, but it's really the internal profit that's going to help you to get that external profit. And a lot of people do not keep that in mind. And so with that in mind, what would you say to some of the directors, who are struggling with teacher turnover rate and things of that nature? And you
Oof.
know tell me about, I mean, you have an experience, you have, but just whatever
Yeah.
you feel you
Um,
want to share.
I would say, um, it's funny because everyone says the same thing, right? Everyone says, take care of the people that you have and all that. And I come from a place of prayer and faith. So I'm gonna
Yes.
pray about every family God would give me. I've prayed about
Mhm.
every future staff member that God would give.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's all I can do.
Mhm.
Watch for him to tell me what I should do now. Every family that I have been attached to has been a God sent family. I
Mm.
pick out who would be who. So I mean, if I would just say know your center, know what they want to do, know
Mhm.
your culture, know what your center's focus and your goal is, and find staff that fit that goal.
Mm. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you've got perfect example. I had a teacher who was, I would say, a borderline atheist. She's not an atheist, but she could be borderline, and
Mhm.
at a faith-based center. And when we hear, well, we are, a faith-based center and we're this, and there are certain stipulations, I'm having to let the powers that be know, hey, there are things going on here and y'all need to figure that out. What
Mhm.
are y'all do?
Mhm.
So, find people who really fit you. And then those that fit you now, praise them. Do everything you need to do to keep them at your center and keep them
Mhm.
going with what you want to do and what you want to be,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and build them up.
Yep.
Build up who you've got.
Yep.
We want to find all these new people, but I'm like, do you even know who the new people are? Do you even, I mean, we got to go through all the hoopla to get
I
new people.
said that. Yeah.
Build up a team, build up who you have. And,
Mhm.
you know, um, I pray to God I never work for a church board ever again, because I don't ever want to deal with a second, third party person telling me what
Yeah.
I cannot do, and then I'm stuck.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. Definitely. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, and I want to piggyback on this, and um, we have to understand that just like we have love languages in our eros relationships, with your family relationships, you also have to know your love language in your business relationship. And I made mention to that with the training. You cannot neglect your business and not understand the people that are in your business. You have to know their love languages. You have to know your business's love language. And that is so important as well. That's going to help you keep afloat, to really understand and go in depth in understanding who your people are, in a more, not just such a surface, connection, but really, it's that iceberg, kind of like the iceberg theory, getting at the bottom of that iceberg and seeing, what's really going on, who really are, who's my staff, who's
Yeah.
really, the people that are working for me.
Yeah.
They're more than just a resume or an interview. That's so
Yeah.
surface. It's so surface. You have
Yeah.
to get to the bottom of the iceberg
Yeah.
and understand your staff's love language. What is it that will motivate them, set them on fire, that they will engage in the culture of your business? What is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
You have to understand that. Because a happy staff is going to make some happy money, happy families, happy children, and they're going to make you happy,
And let,
you
let me
know?
let me interject by saying, how does happy staff revert to happy families? If you have an unhappy staff member, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to give off a vibe to
Yep.
someone. And
Yep.
all it takes is one question: Are
Hmm.
you okay? And if that
Hmm.
person has loose lips,
Yep.
they think your ship.
They are. They're going to sink it. They're going to
Be
sink it.
done sunk my ship,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
because they're going to go and someone feels sorry for them and they're going to go
Hmm.
talk. They're going to talk
Hmm.
down your
Hmm.
business.
Hmm.
And what's
Hmm.
going to happen is now there's going to be a on that.
Hmm.
And it takes
Yep.
that one to have
One.
someone think they're
One.
enrolling enrollment in your program.
One.
You
One.
know,
One. One.
um,
It don't take but one.
I I I have there's a bunch of coaches and people I follow and all that, and I'm like, you know what is the realistic of stuff? Because not all these formulas are going to fit my program, but what is
Right.
the realisticness of my program?
Hmm.
And I had a teacher who I would have labeled as a Z player. Z as
Hmm.
in zebra,
Wow. Yeah.
who has turned out to be my A player,
Hmm. Hmm.
giving the chance to thrive
Hmm.
without pressure.
Yes. Mm.
And let me see what you can do. Let me
Hmm.
see. I'm giving you a chance. Let me see what
Hmm.
you can do. You
Hmm.
know what my expectations are. Let me see.
Right.
Now, when we transition, the stakes are going to be higher. So now let me really see what you can do.
Hmm.
So, people, I don't want to, I'm not going to kiss my staff. Well, do you want to go back in the classroom, ma'am, sir?
Right.
You got to do
Right.
payroll and the budget. You want to go back in
Hmm.
the class?
Hmm. Right. 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 It's something to think about, and it's really something to think about. But we just gotta make sure that we are accountable for ourselves. We need to support each other in this early childhood community, because we all need support. We all need listening ears. We
Yes.
all need speaking voices. We need to hear, the infirmities that are going throughout this community and
Yeah.
bring solutions to
Yeah.
these issues. So I thank you for being such a powerhouse. I thank you for your wisdom, your knowledge, and you're spreading so much of it abroad, nationally, internationally. People are hearing you.
Yeah.
Your voice is resounding. Throughout the earth, it's resounding. People are hearing a sound. You have a unique sound, and people are hearing that. And so we want to again honor you for your tireless efforts, your sacrifice for educating children for decades, and it is an honor to have you again on this platform here at Kappa Learning Group. Can you tell us how we can contact you, what services you offer?
Sure. Sure. I don't know which one you want me to go with, but you can
Whichever. Whichever.
You
Whatever.
so you can contact me through email at rainbowchildcarelearning dot. I mean, wait a minute. Rainbowchildcarelearning at gmail.com.
I understand.
I was about to say the website. And then there's rainbowtraining.com, where it lists all of the training and stuff. And we do have our program that we're getting ready to open very, very soon, Rainbow Children's Station. So everything is rainbow for me. Okay. Not because of what everyone else says rainbow is, but for me, rainbow simplifies the promise that God made in the Bible.
Yeah.
And my promise with anything rainbow related is that I will give you the best of me that I can. If that means taking care of your children, if that means any training, anything, that I will give you the best of me at that time. If that might not be the best for you, that's okay, because you're not me. But I wear a lot of shoes and a lot of hats.
Yeah.
So I love what I do, and I don't see myself retiring. I'm only going on 40, so I don't need to retire. We do plan to open more centers and more locations, and my center is an open play concept. And sorry, that's a shameless plug. I'm sorry. Forgive me, girl. I ain't trying to do all that. But yeah, so you can reach me and go back to the original assignment. You can reach me at rainbowchildcarelearning.com or rainbowchildcarelearning at gmail.com. And let's chat. Or you can find me here on Facebook, Rashawn Webb, and then the M.ed, because I have a master's degree.
Yes.
I'm intellectual.
She got the paper, she got the receipts for it. Okay. Yes.
So yes, so you can find me at those 3 locations, and we will do everything we can to help you. I'm a believer in being a helper and a servant. And I'll say this, one thing I'm very proud of, and all glory goes to the Lord. I'm proud that when I say I'm your sister, I mean that. I try to uphold that. I take that to heart. If I say I am your sister, I try to uphold that to heart. So when people call me and they vent, or they text me and they vent, I 100% listen. So if you want to talk about whatever's going on with you in your program, and you don't want, I never tell anyway, it will stay with me, because people need to know that they can trust someone to just spill what's on their heart. And I will be that bucket for you.
Then we need that. We definitely need outlets to create space for people so they can talk and speak what's on their mind. Yeah. And you've been there for me. I know this for a fact. I know this is just not something that in person. I know it. Yes.
Phoenix was a trip.
Yes. Phoenix was something. I never will forget Phoenix. Ever. We had a good time though. We had such a good time.
We had a great time.
We had a good time through the storm and through the rain.
Was a storm.
Through the storm and through the rain.
There was a storm.
We made it. We had a good time though. We had a good time. I never will forget it. Yes. Never.
And the thing is, we met on Facebook.
Yes, we did. We met on Facebook.
Met in person.
Sure did. When I was going through Walden University.
Yep.
And I had to get an assignment off the ground, and I reached out. I put it out in the Walden University Facebook.
Yep.
And I heard from you, and I heard from Stephanie. I met y'all at the same time. Y'all might have been maybe a week apart. And we've been friends ever since. It's like I knew you all along.
Yeah.
You helped me, and I have to give credit where credit is due. You helped me through my process of training, because you and Stephanie were already training. I was a newbie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Starting off my training. Y'all was there every step of the way. So I just pay homage to you for being you, being open. Because you didn't know me from a can of paint, but the information that you gave me and the care and the love, it just stuck. It just stuck, and we sisters. We stuck together like glue. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere
either, girl. Where
where we gonna go?
Nowhere.
Not a well. I ain't going now. Well, right here.
Nowhere.
Okay. Period. Oh my gosh. Well, this is our Blue Heart Award, and again, thank you, Rashawn. We honor you on today. This is Rashawn's day. Celebrate my birthday as well. Woohoo! Hey, hey, hey! The big 4-1. Lord have mercy.
Girl.
41. Huh? 41. Wow, dude.
Now,
Wow.
no, wait. Come on,
Wow.
come on, mother.
Huh? Huh?
Mother. Come on now.
I am officially auntie now, yes. Yes.
Come on,
Wears
auntie.
it well.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is a great celebration, the Blue Heart Award. I'm so happy to share this day with you. Thank you so much for your time. I know you got to get back with your babies, but we're going to be listening. We're hearing some more from Rashawn later on this month. She's going to be in our love and relationships. Um, segment. So she got stories to tell, honey. She has
Yeah.
stories to tell, and she got a book as a receipt. What Larry Reed said, the receipts
The
is in the
receipt.
book. The receipts is in the book. So yeah, I gotta purchase a book to get the receipts. You want the receipts? Buy the book.
I book.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I love y'all, and I will see y'all back at 5. We're gonna have our writers corner with Mr. Carl Wright. So he's gonna be here with us at 5 o'clock. So I will see y'all then. Y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy your day, and I see you back later on.
Bye.
Bye.